Welcome back, everyone. This is my chronicle of the Killzone 3 / Bulletstorm midnight release at the Gamestop in Elizabethton, Tennessee on February the 21st of 2011. First things first, this was somewhat of a unique show for this area, with the outdoor venue being a Gamestop parking lot. There wasn't a cover and the show was booked as a free event. Some light rain had a lot of the bands worried and they almost canceled the show. But they pressed on, got their equipment covered up, and then brought it back out, and the show began about 10:30. At that point, by my count, there were between 40 and 50 or so people hanging out, chilling on their cars, and ready to get their skulls crushed.
It is 10:30 right now, the crowd is at 40.
A melodic hardcore style band called Aristotle on His Knees was up first. I personally think Aristotle on His Knees did a great job that night, despite being limited to a three-piece band. In fact, their lead singer, Kevin Short, gave a shout-out for the fact that they do need a fourth member. I think they want a bass player. The group's drummer, Josh Daniels, really looked like he was having a good time, and Travis Turner, I believe, was the other guitarist. All three of those guys, Kevin, Josh, and Travis, told me that the bands Thrice and Alexis on Fire were some of their personal influences. Aristotle on His Knees finished their set at about 10:45, and of course, the Elizabethton police showed up to inform the management of GameStop of the local Elizabethton noise ordinance, which kicks in at 11 p.m. This unfortunately left Since the Tragedy only 15 minutes to perform half their set, and the headliner for the night, PARALYZER, getting completely assed out. So, after Andy Griffith left, to a resounding "F*** the police" shout from the audience, Since the Tragedy took center stage. The moshers of the evening saw their one and only opportunity to go apeshit at this point, and they took it. Since the Tragedy did not disappoint. Since the Tragedy describes themselves as deathcore, which is a mix of death metal and hardcore punk. The band's lead singer, Nick Owen, described some of the band's influences as Suicide Silence, Veil of Maya, and Whitechapel. The bands all helped each other with Teardown, then a small group of us followed PARALYZER, the thrash metal headliner for the night, back to their practice space at the infamous 200 Commerce building in Johnson City, Tennessee. So we've reconvened in front of the legendary 200 Commerce Street building, where dozens of JC bands have practiced and performed over the years. Legendary. Legendary.
Epic.
Yeah, continuing the fine tradition of 200 Commerce. PARALYZER is a relatively new local thrash metal band. They formed in 2010. On their Facebook page, they list their influences as power, speed, and anger. I was really lucky to be able to hang out with these guys that night. I shared some beers with them. I got to film their entire set, which went on for about an hour or so. It was really good to watch these guys in action. A lot of energy. So, all in all, it wasn't a bad night. There were a few random moments between the rain and the law. But other than that, you know, the bands came out. The people came out, everyone had fun, everyone did a great job, and I really had a good time. So, for those of you who were lucky enough to snatch up a midnight release copy of Killzone 3 and Bulletstorm, enjoy the shoot-'em-up pleasure that only the next generation systems can provide. As for me, I will keep my cameras rolling. I'll show you what I got, and I hope to see you at the next show.